Welcome Fandom Night, where we really hate clones.
Yeah, that's some real shit. ReploidBill,
Yeah.
William Bush.
Seth Sario.
Scott Action Jackson.
Jay McCurry, I think I made a terrible mistake.
So, before we even start on this one today, we are talking Kaine of the Clone Saga, and this episode is brought to you by Shane's Shitty Choices.
I haven't seen this one. They told me to pick one I haven't seen. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem familiar to me.
You ready
And
for
they're
me to
like,
reveal
"Oh."
to you the greatest Peter Parker Spider-Man clone
Look.
ever?
Shane,
Bill?
here's what I'm going to tell you. The next time Bill says pick something, do you hear that noise? Probably not, but do you hear that noise? It's my bag of dice. Just tell me, and I'll pick a fucking D20 and roll it for you.
Well, you know I have
Literally
that.
open up the RNG.
Bam!
Oh, I'm still looking at my phone because I'm too afraid.
Be very afraid.
Okay, here I go in 3, 2, 1, and I'm done. I quit. I'm off the show.
What? But
Signing
that's Peter
Roto guy
Parker
out.
Kaine right
Shane,
there, man.
The only person in this call right now that has the fucking option to quit would probably be me, and only because work is kicking my ass so fucking bad, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make it to another episode without literally fucking over all my coworkers and being like, you get a shitty shift, and you get a shitty shift, and you get a shitty shift. I'm gonna go hang with my friends. Bye.
Do it. They would do the same to you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, this is the super
Yes,
edgy,
no.
created by the Clone Saga, Peter Parker clone, who's like, something's wrong with him and he's degrading, if I remember right.
Well, there's a lot wrong.
Well, that would explain the Spawn look.
And
Yeah,
if
I
I
noticed
remember
this-
right, he commits a murder, and then that leads to something called like the trial of Peter Parker, because
Yep.
technically his DNA is found at the scene, and he is guilty, but he's not, because yes, Peter
Oh,
Parker
yeah,
killed
it's-
somebody, but not.
It was
Isn't that when She-Hulk literally shows up to court and she's like, Your Honor, what the fuck?
I don't
Like, it's something crazy like that? Like,
I don't
No
remember
clue. I've
exactly.
never read this.
I have, I think, 3 of the 4 issues of the trial of Peter Parker.
I have all of it, and it was so long ago when I read it. I mean, I know I literally have it right now in my cubbyhole, and no, I refuse to dig it back up because it's terrible.
Well, let me say this.
I remember
also
the ending.
in
The ending
cubbyhole.
had Kane just imprinting his hand in a wall next to some guy's head. He's like, "Here, test it. It was me."
Yeah, he like attacks the courtroom, and then like I do remember, and then he like puts his hand on the wall or whatever. This guy
Well,
is
here's
so
the problem.
fucking
Here's the problem
awful.
with what you're trying to say, Bill, is that you've read a lot of comics in your day,
Couple.
and there are comics storylines that you remember like completely, and then there are ones that you don't remember because they weren't worth remembering. Now this one seems like now I can definitely see why this one is not worth remembering. In fact, I wish I could forget I just saw. Only head trauma will get rid of that.
Well, guess what Kane has?
Jesus Christ.
A regeneration factor?
No.
He's a kind of a failure clone,
Technically,
but somehow
yes,
still
because
together.
I'm doing what everybody else is going to do, and I'm wiki-facting. So I'm on Wikipedia reading this shit, where in this form, it says he has a regeneration factor, and it's figured out during Spider-Man Deadly Foes.
Really? Because
Yep.
what I remember
I remember
from
that
this is that he was like decomposing or something. He was losing his molecular structure,
Well,
and
he was losing
like
his mind.
he was like in pain, and he was also losing his mind, and so he was like an evil Peter Parker. And
Yep, that's also
Oh,
in this as well.
this costume
Due to
is
flaws
fucking
in his
terrible.
genetic makeup, Kane does not look like an ordinary human. His skin covered with web-like mass of disfiguring scars. The costume that Kane typically wears has been said to slow the degeneration process in his body. But it's figured out later on that he has a regeneration factor. Clearly not as good as Wolverine or Deadpool,
So
but
he's dying and healing, and this guy's fucking
Yeah.
dumb. I don't even give a
comic
shit.
books, Bill!
It's so
Don't
fucking
view
stupid.
that plot hole!
Shouldn't view this costume.
You're not fucking wrong.
So, Shane, since you picked this thing, you get to rate it first.
0.
0?
0?
What?
Oh.
Look at him. He's got fucking...
wait.
He's
Wait, 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 wait.
permaflexed.
Wait.
spawn
Shane is
veins.
only dropping a 0.
He's got a...
Yeah,
he's got
you
a
have
fucking...
an entire arsenal.
He's got a Moth 8 cape.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
And he's got
you're
that
right.
killer fucking... what's that mullet? What I'm thinking of?
Well, I was gonna say Lion O'Hare, but
Fabio.
No. Damn. Who's the Goblin King? You know what I'm talking about?
oh,
That's
He's
David
got his
Bowie.
David
David
Bowie
Bowie.
do. His fucking sweet David Bowie do.
God damn it.
And he's got a shoulder spike, Shane. That's
it sad?
cool.
Is it sad that you said David Bowie do, and the first response that came to my mind is, he do what he won't?
I am going. Okay, if you guys don't mind,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna take all the nukes this time. All of them, all 4 of them, all 4 of them. I'm just gonna use them all. Because don't worry, you guys are gonna use them too. So I'm just gonna save the trouble of even having to even say anything. Watch this. Ready?
What if I was going to give this guy a 5?
Well, then we're not friends anymore.
Dang!
Because your taste in superheroes or supervillains in this case is terrible.
No, I would not give this a 5 on literally his best day. But I will say this. Because we just did this episode, because we're doing this episode, after we rate him, we're going to look at Kaine again. There's going to be back-to-back Kaine episodes because if you ever wanted to see a motherfucker improve their costume, you have to see what Kaine looks like today.
yeah,
Right.
the more recent Kaine. I think even with the recent Scarlet Spider
You
line that they
fucking
did.
got to see it.
Alright, well, was that legit with the 5 bill? or...
I'll drop no, fuck no. L to the no.
Exactly.
Give this motherfucker. Oh man, you know what? Because we just get them now and because this dude is fucking tragic. Yeah. Yeah, you can nuke this fucking awful thing. It should have never existed. Literally wipe it from existence.
Okay,
2
fair
nukes.
enough.
It takes 4 nukes to wipe it off the face of the earth.
Alright, what you got, Scotty?
Give this knockoff Val Kilmer Batman a nuke.
Yes, 3. Come on, Seth. Do not. If you give this guy any kind of rating higher than a nuke, then I don't know if I can be your friend.
Well, congratulations. I am no longer going to be your friend
Oh!
because this motherfucker for me
4.2.
gets he gets a 0.5, and the only reason
Don't do
He
it.
gets-
Just I know you fucking love Spawn.
What is it? No, what gave him the
No, no, no,
0.5?
no.
I want to know what makes him what makes
Okay.
him we're not going to say passable, but you get the idea.
Right. The only thing that gives him any type of an actual positive rating from me is the fact that I can actually believe this costume. The fact that he has the fucking Batman fins on his arm, the Batman fins on the leg. Yes, he's got the fucking Spawn spikes on his shoulders and the ripped up, torn up cloak. Or, well, cape rather. But to be fair, the cape literally looks like, oh fuck, I need to try to tie myself back together since I'm fucking degrading. Here's a fucking random piece of fabric I found in the trash. Let me tie my body back together. The fact that he's literally holding himself together using, like, webbing. I can see where they were going with it. They just didn't do it right.
Oh, it's fucking tragic.
It's kind of like how with Jeopardy now, where the fucking the producer was going to put himself as the host.
The executive producer?
Yeah, the executive producer was going to make himself the host and then decided not to after he himself on his own podcast decided to be a racist bigot and then was like, "Oh fuck, that's not going to look good for the show. You know what? Let's not me." Like fucking bad execution right fucking there. I'm glad you fixed it later, but bad fucking execution. So,
Keep
Now
doing
that
that,
I'm
Bill.
done.
Keep doing that, and you ain't gonna have a computer.
There. So now that I'm done fucking taking the drag of my smoke, let's divide that by 4.
Smoke.
He is a negative 3.5. Get the fuck back in the sewer.
Yeah, let's get the fuck off this episode.